It is a new week, another edition of Rizzo and Jeff, FM Unfiltered. Could it be possible that this is coming to an end soon, Jeff? I mean, we're always going to be doing our thing.
No. We'll come on and do our thing. Maybe not as frequently, but we'll come on and do our thing. But for now, you got us.
You do?
Yeah.
You do, and you got our friends, and I want to say thank you to our friends at PCHO who have really been with us, along with, some other sponsors like Upstate Pro Wrestling, the Pieces and whatnot for a while. I talked to Zweigels, I talked to Jimmy Z's, so we got some people that are going to be coming on. We got some new sponsors, but shout out to PCHO for sponsoring this video. Pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, PCHO does a great job helping the homeless. By the way, just ran into Daddy Jeff downstairs. He says hi, doing well.
Oh, really? Did you ask him about his fucking Detroit Lions?
No, but he gave me the congrats on the Eagles from last night. So we got the congrats on that, and exchanged some pleasantries, and that was it. He was off into the Rochester night.
Where? You know what? Where's he going?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Did he look a little?
No, he looked okay.
He looked good. Was he sober?
Yeah.
Look good. All right. So I know it takes a little bit of time. Make sure you're liking. Make sure you're sharing. I know that we've had very successful videos, and this is what I think happens. Our video was watched 5,000 times last week up Clinton Avenue.
Okay.
The video after that was watched like 2,800 times.
Okay.
When you have a week where you have like 5,000 views per video and 1,000 downloads on your podcast, I think Facebook literally just on purpose so that you have to be like, hey.
Make you spend a little bit?
Make you spend a little bit. We got a lot to talk about, so as people get on, because it's going to take a couple minutes to get out to everyone, I do want to thank our friends at PCHO. If you're listening on the podcast, PCHO.org. Here's our friend Nick coming up on the show. Things that are now too expensive to do, but I want to change that and turn that into a game. Things too expensive for Jeff.
Right.
I don't think you'll do one thing on this list, but we'll see. We'll talk Haloween Candy. You seem to really create a row this weekend with the Circus peanut.
Is that a Halloween candy?
It's absolute. It's an anytime candy, but as a matter of fact, I know someone who used to give out, and I'm gonna write this down. Circus peanuts for what was Midge Birchfield. I'll never forget. Midge and Benedict Birchfield gave out Circus peanuts.
Oh, I'm sure they were a hit on the block.
I'll tell you what, they were.
Yeah.
I will say this. They had a kid named Brandon and Kevin, and they both got scabies.
Oh, boy.
So
they're awful parents and awful candy hander out.
Oh, that is right. We're going to talk about Bobby, a 31-year-old dead dog. Here's the deal, dude. You brought this to my attention. What's up?
What, with Bobes?
What happened to Bobby?
Bobby didn't make it. But a dog dying at 31, I think they said the dog was born in 1992. They have record of it, and they fed it human food, like the same food that they would
So
eat.
if we were eating turkey, like you would give it turkey.
They would soak the food so that all the seasonings would come off. And the dog would just eat whatever they ate.
So we're going to talk about that. And I want you to think about this. You don't have to answer this now. And for those of you watching, make sure you're sharing. Make sure you're liking. Would you rather your dog live to be 31 or die at, whatever age you expect? So if a Jack Russell is 15, 18 years, would you rather him live that, or would you rather him live 30?
Before we went on, I said this, and I might change my mind now.
Well, all right, so we'll talk about that. Think about if you'd rather have your pet live that long, you'd rather have them die. We're going to talk about Kevin James. I love some fucking original comedy from really creative mofos that get paid for the big bucks to make comedy clips. Kevin James has a new Netflix special, and you got a semi over there.
I'm a big Kevin James
fan. I know you are.
I love King of Queens.
I know you do.
Whenever it comes on in the middle of the day, I'm watching it. I was watching King of Queens today. It came on.
Okay, can I just say one thing? And again, we have a lot to get to. It was such an unbelievable show because he's fat and was so out. She was so out of his league. It just wasn't even believable. What's up, Jason? What's up, Janet? How you doing?
But if you know the origins of the show, if you've watched it, from the beginning, her background was that of a promiscuous one. So instead of dating the bad boys, she finally came around to a nice man, and it all worked out for her.
We got a Frasier update. I got Boats and Hose audio, Circus Peanuts. I am a little disgruntled. I'm not ready to give up on Frasier yet. And yes, shout out to Baby Hands Pharmacist who hates her but loves us.
Oh, okay.
He's very mean to her, but when I went into the pharmacy, he asked me for a Candid. He took a snap.
Why does he dislike her? What does she do?
Well, you know what it is? I think it's because he wants her. And he knows that Daddy's got it locked down.
Okay. All right. I can see that.
So, that being said, we have a big show. Make sure you're liking, you're sharing. Make sure you're telling everyone. It takes a little bit to build up an audience. It is Monday. Let's fucking go. Nick, PCHO, tell me what you all about, baby.
Fans, this is Nick, co-founder of PCHO. You don't know me, but I know you. And you are the most committed fans to the greatest community I know, Rochester. PCHO, or Person-Centered Housing Options, based in Monroe County, provides outreach, housing, and care management services to the greater Rochester area. We are excited to partner with Rizzo and Jeff to help spread the word about what we do, from intensive outreach to providing our homeless with access to life-changing services. We are a nonprofit organization that is committed to helping Rochester, and we are supported by small donations from people like you. So go to the Rizzo and Jeff Facebook page for a link or head over to our website at pcho.org. Now enjoy the Rizzo and Jeff show, brought to you by Person-Centered Housing Options and online at pcho.org.
It is, it's never easy. Make sure pcho.org/support. We're looking at the Philadelphia Phillies right now. Yeah. They're in the NLCS. They could clinch. They're losing by 3-1. They were down. Did somebody just hit a home?
I guess, here? Yeah, it must have been 4-1.
A shore bomb or something?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to leave it up to you. We have a lot to talk about. We're talking dogs. Can I just say, you know what? The Bills suck. I'm saying it. Get the fuck over it. They're a terrible team. They're bad coached. The quarterback is overrated. The team is overrated. And Sal Mayonnaise, sandwich boy. All right, mayonnaise sandwich.
Here's
who sharts mayonnaise. He was right. They're overrated.
Yeah, they got offensive line problems.
Yeah.
They tried to sign a bunch of guys on one-year deals and try to cheap around and do things of that nature, and it winds up costing you. They get some injuries and stuff, but still, at the end of the day, other teams have injuries too. So the
Eagles have injuries.
Yeah. So
and the Eagles came out and laid a whoop ass on the Miami Dolphins, and I was proud, Jeff.
Well, you know what the Eagles go out and do today? They get an all-pro safety. They trade for an all-pro safety from Tennessee to shore up the secondary. Those are the moves that the Bills need to go make, and they don't do anything. They just stand there. They stand pat.
They don't do it during off seasons. They don't do it during OTAs. It was such a big deal that the Bills got Von Miller because they never do anything like that, and the dude's been fucking hurt ever since. Okay. They are a losing organization. It's just the way your window. It's closed. It's over.
Oh, I don't think the window's
come on,
I don't think the window. As long as you have Josh Allen, the window's not closed. But it's just.
Dude, he's a pick machine. Who would you rather have, him or Dak?
I'd rather have him than Dak. But it's just a matter of, I know.
He sucks. Just say
it. What did Stephon Diggs? What did he put on Instagram or something moving on or something?
Moving on,
something like that.
Right.
So,
yeah, they definitely are overrated. Janet says, "I'm not giving up on Frasier," and I guess that's where we're gonna start. And again, I would like to say thank you to the 5,000 people who watched that video of Jeff and I in a car asking hookers about Frasier. I took the plunge, subscribed to Paramount Plus, paid for it. I'm 3 in. They said there was 5 up. That's not true. I'm 3 in. The first episode that I actually enjoyed was the third one. I'm starting to see the dichotomy between Frasier and Martin, and now Frasier as Martin with Freddie. The acting still sucks, but I have to tell you, call me crazy, I think they're finding their way. I think they're finding their way.
Well, they're surely promoting the hell out of it. I mean, every time you turn on the TV, there's a commercial about it. So, like a preview. So they're really pushing it. So,
do you know that they've signed them to a 3-season deal no matter what?
Wow. Okay.
So do you know that no matter what happens,
you're going to suffer through 3 seasons?
Well, so they have to. I love you so much that I've watched with you. That's true love. I'm just so she has, and you know what? I don't care what she says. She teared up when they started talking about Martin. So as an update, she can be a big fat liar all she wants. She teared up. There's some emotional moments. I'm telling you.
Isn't that the old man?
He died.
Yeah, I saw that. Wasn't that recently?
Like 18, 19. Yeah, it's been a couple of years.
Yeah.
You know, but recently.
I don't know and I don't care. Okay.
Well, he died.
So the old man died a while ago. He didn't make it about 5 years ago, and we're whining about that.
Well, I don't want to give it away, but there's tension in the relationship. He didn't go to the funeral. I just really think they're coming into their own. And yes,
he didn't go to the funeral in
real
life?
He didn't go to the funeral, no. They were talking about a dead grandpa. Well, I agree. The son's the asshole. It's Frasier who went.
Oh, okay.
They were talking about a dead grandpa and a firefighter. So it was emotional.
Okay. All right.
So as far as the update goes, I'd give the old Frasier a 12 out of 10. 3 episodes in, I'm at an 8.6 out of 10. I'm at an 8.6 out of 10. Mm-hmm. And that's tough for me to give Frasier anything less than a 9. I'm at an 8.6.
Well, I'm always sitting at 0, so don't worry about it. No Paramount Plus for me.
Don't you worry that $12 a month is the best $12 I ever spent, so much so that she thinks she's getting Netflix, but we can't afford it because guess what? That money's got to go to Paramount Plus.
Wow. So when she was in here, you lied straight to her
face?
I
lied to her face.
Wow, okay.
I did.
All right.
I did. I lied right to her face because you know what? I'm paying. By the way, shout out, that's our pharmacist friend there. I do want to say this. Jeff, I'm going to leave it up to you. Do you want to talk about, and we got a lot to get to today, do you want to talk about things that are too expensive for you? Do you want to talk Kevin James? Do you want to talk about Bobby, Haloween Candy, or Circus Peanuts? Where do you want to go next?
Give me Bobby.
You want to go Bobby? Okay. So I have a question. You treat Teddy as though he were in a glass case. All right? And I get it. You love your pet, as any pet owner does. Bobby is a dog who lived to be 31. Would you want Teddy to live his regular life or live to be 31?
You know, before we went on, I chose that I wouldn't want him to live to 31. And now, in the short amount of time I thought about it, and why the hell not? Why do you want somebody's life to end early? What's the big deal? If you're attached already. You'll be just as attached if he was 31.
You've had a dog pass, and 9 or 10. I know he was young, but still, I mean, I know that hurts you. But do you not think it would have hurt you more had that dog lived another 20 years, though?
No, I would.
You know what I'm saying?
My little Jersey man, I would have loved to have him stomping around here with his little wiener leg dogs in Rochester.
First off, I got to tell you, Jersey and Teddy are too good for this town, but I guess, I mean, look, I know that it's been making its way around the news. It's a big deal. Dogs don't live that long. If you give me the option, do you want a dog to live for 10 years or 30? I'm taking 10. That's
Why?
A lot
because
of commitment.
You don't want the dog to outlive you?
well, you know what? A, yes. B, that's a lot of commitment. C, let's say your kids want a dog, right? I'll tell you what. Bambine, 6 years old. He wants a dog. I get the Bambine a dog. If I get him a dog today, and that dog lives 30 years, the kid's going to be my age when that dog dies. I will have been long gone, and this dog is going to still be a goddamn problem.
Well, look, you see, dogs are, and as they get older, I'm sure there were some issues with Bobby. But you see the what it takes every single day, and visits, and what it costs, and
well, see, actually, you know what? I don't know that, because I'm going to be honest with you. I think you happen to have a little bit of an issue. I think you spend a little too much money on the Ted.
Well, no,
that's just.
Well, he's got the Banfield, so he's got to go for his checkups and things of that nature, and teeth cleaning, just like anybody else would have to do. So that's $50 a month alone.
But I think you find, though, I think you find a way to spend about $200 a month on the Teddy Man. Would you at least agree with that? Are you at about $200 a month?
Yeah, I'm probably right around there.
All right, that's a lot of money, though.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying? That's a car payment. You could get 2 Kias. You could get 2 fucking Kias. For that.
Yeah. I'll park it out front, the Kia.
Well, okay, okay. Yeah. You know what? You get 3 Hyundais.
Right. I'll park that out front too.
Yeah, you're right. That I didn't even think about that. I will say this though. I've been waiting to get on this, and I want to have an honest to goodness discussion. It started off, and I'll tell you why it started off this way. There was a list that came out, and this is the easy way, but you actually did this on the Facebook. It got 100-some comments. It's ridiculous. New York's favorite Halloween candy. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Bagackity, boo. Right. And I'm looking, and I'm like, okay, what do New Yorkers like? Oh, well, they like Sour Patch. They like the hot tamale. Here's where it gets good. Number 3, motherfucking candy corn. Number 4, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Number 5, we have M&M's. And number 6, rounding it out, Circus Peanuts.
Yeah, it was.
I love you, New York.
It was a mixed bag. It was a mixed bag on the Facebook.
It was
over a Sunday morning Circus Peanut conversation, and it was a mixed bag. Some people loved them. Other people thought that they'd rather suck ass. Which is
that they'd rather suck ass?
Which is basically what it's like eating a disgusting circus peanut. 2 weeks ago you hammered a whole bag over here.
I did, and as a matter of fact, I actually keep an entire bag, and I have the audio. I'm going to play it. You put it up. You said Sunday morning simple question: circus peanuts, yes or yuck? 100 comments in. I made a video, and the video is simple. I'm laying in bed, and on top of my chest is not my woman, but a bag of girthy circus peanuts.
They are girthy.
Aren't they girthy?
Yeah.
I'm in bed.
Oh.
And right next to my bed, I have circus peanuts. So tell Jeff to shut the hell up.
Got to tell you something.
Oh, that was tough.
I was being real tough.
Yeah.
The point is that the fact that New Yorkers like circus peanuts as a Halloween candy shows me that they are given out. Have you ever gotten circus peanuts as a Halloween candy when you're out?
No, and even if I was a kid and I got them, I'd be smart enough to hand them back.
First off, I will say this. Yay for the Steelers. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
I think you guys are doing great.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Can you beat the Eagles in the championship? No, but you're going to have a good season nonetheless. I used to get circus peanuts every single solitary Halloween.
Everybody would know the house then and then just would never go, I bet.
Well, did you grow up with a house that had fruits? They gave out fruits.
I've had a fruit house. Yeah, there was a fruit house.
And then there was a raisin house.
Then everybody knew the big candy house that would give you like the full size.
The full size boys, right? Well, Midge Birchfield. She's dead. I can say her name.
Yeah, Midge didn't make it.
Midge actually left her husband. Found out later in life she was a lesbian. Married a woman named Debbie Magaka.
Okay.
Midge
and Deb.
Midge Birchfield and Debbie Magaka, with their 2 children, Brandon and Kevin. Make sure you're liking and sharing. Appreciate you guys. have given out circus peanuts every Halloween since the early 90s. Now, Debbie Magaka was 400 pounds, died of a massive coronary, morbidly obese and fat. Midge is still around. Midge is still giving out the circus.
So Midge
peanuts.
left her husband for a morbidly obese woman? Or was she not morbidly obese at the time?
Do you know what? I'm going to try to find a picture of Debbie Magaka.
And, you know...
I'm going to try to find a picture of Debbie.
Okay, of course they hand out circus peanuts. It's such a lesbian thing to do.
What's lesbian about? What's lesbian about about a circus peanut? If anything, it shows me that, you know what, maybe I've been wrong about some lesbians. I always make fun of them, talk about the Subaru. Maybe, you know what, maybe I got to give them more of a chance. Maybe I got to stop saying that they like Subarus and shit. You know what I mean?
You think Midge was doing dirty things with Deb with those circus peanuts?
Oh, let me tell you something. I don't know what they did, but I got to tell you, they were delicious.
Yeah?
I'm going to pull out, and here's the thing. You can Google it. Her name was Magaka. Debbie Magaka was married to a man from Africa. His name was Mumbai Magaka.
Okay.
And she has always been large and in charge, Debbie Magaka.
But do you think that after Deb went full les, is that why she, you know, should be on my 600-pound life?
Debbie Magaka would have absolutely been on my 600-pound life. Is that Magaka? No, that's Magika. Magaka, Delaware. Let's see if I can find Debbie Magaka, Delaware. Let's see. Images. I'll be able to tell you right away. You can't miss her. She's a house.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Debbie Magaka's dead. Yeah. I can't really find a lot on Debbie Magaka. Okay. But the point is,
maybe she laid off the sweets.
Here's the point. I looked forward to going to the Magakas.
Okay.
I looked forward.
Did they both greet you?
You know what's really funny? Okay, so we lived in a townhome. You've been to my Gam Gams.
Yeah.
So it was a house like my Gam Gams. Okay. It was like, you know, house on one side, house on the other. Okay. Their bedroom was like by mine. I heard Midge Birchfield and Debbie Magaka bump fuzzies my entire childhood. And I'm telling you, when a 400-pound woman and a 220-pound woman go at it with, you know, when they're going clam-tastic.
When a 400-pound woman climaxes, you can hear it, is what you're saying.
When a 400-pound woman hits that climax, you can hear it.
Okay.
And I got to tell you, it's, hold on, do we have a Magaka site? Hold on. Magaka. Macaca.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Yeah, no.
And
wrong there.
Here's the interesting thing about Debbie Magaka and Midge Birchfield. And they had kids, Brandon and Kevin, and they both had scabies. That's how I'll never forget.
Right. Were they good kids?
They were all right. They were just dirty. Right. Debbie Magaka was huge. Married to an African man, literally from Africa.
Okay. All right.
You have to imagine he's huge.
Of course.
I mean, huge.
Well, yeah, of course.
Huge, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Midge, she was married to this dude, Lair. Lair, skinny as all hell.
Okay.
Huge. He had to be. He's one of those skinny guys. You know what I'm saying?
They trick you.
They trick you.
Right.
You have two women that leave two guys hung like a moose to scissor. And that's 600 pounds betwixt them. That's a lot.
Boy, it's like a quarter of a ton.
That's
right.
That's more than a quarter of a ton, Jeff.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. That's hefty stuff.
And you know,
imagine with that room.
Well, let me tell you something. We were not allowed upstairs. They did have to watch us a couple nights. As a matter of fact, fun fact, these are women who gave out circus peanuts. We were talking about giving out candy at Halloween, and New Yorkers love circus peanuts and candy corn. They lived. It was a real interesting neighborhood. It was us. It was the Magaka lesbian Midge couple. Then it was Candido, his dad Randito, and the mom, Connie. So Connie, Candido, Randito.
That was their actual names? Randito?
You know what? I actually know that I can find out. Candido, was it Perez?
Ah. Yeah.
Candido.
Okay.
Candido. This is Candido.
Right,
I am
got
telling.
it.
There's
All right,
Candido.
My
There's.
God, it was a sitcom? Dr. Candido Perez?
Get the fuck out of here.
One season of a sitcom.
So you know what? This kid was born around the same time I was. This was 87. There was Candido and Randito.
That's what they named him after season 1. Only one.
Get the fuck out of here.
One season was a television show, Dr. Candido Perez. That's who they named him after.
So I always wondered about Candido and Randito because I love Candy and Randy. And we used to call them Candy and Randy. But you're telling me, and I will say this, I have the opening for Dr. Candido Perez. I just learned today, I am 35 years old, that a child that I grew up with, whose name was Candido, was named after Dr. Candido Perez. Is this a Hispanic television show? What's happening here?
Well, you probably didn't watch a lot of Univision to worry about it.
Did we have Univision back in the day like that?
Yeah, it was around.
All right, so let me pull up this Candido here. I just want to hear how it starts. I just want to give I just want something. Oh, my goodness. Of course they want commercial. Do I have to pay? So to watch, this can't be right.
There's got to be another
There's got to be, like Dr. Candido Perez. Hold on. Hold on here. They have to have an opening, right? Here we go. All right, Dr. Candido. All right.
Candido.
Oh! Are they having sex with this guy?
Candido.
Wow.
Okay.
And the dog? I guess they just say Candido nonstop.
What kind of show is it?
You know what? The doc's walking in. Let's see.
Sin hacer nada. Y después de no hacer nada, descansar.
Ay, doctor, si tiene usted razón, ha tenido usted una época muy difícil.
Sí, sí.
So something tells me we have a stressed-out doctor with a nurse, right? Is that where we're at here?
That's kind of where that's just the thing.
So where's the comedy here? Oh, do we have some family? Let's see that Dr. Candido. He's got a.
So
He looks like Pablo fucking Escobar.
I know. So this is like a Cosby show.
It's kind of like the Hispanic Cosby.
Yeah.
¿Está viendo el muro de Berlín?
¿Qué? ¿Qué es eso?
¿Qué es eso? Que no puede usted brincar la tablita. Bueno, usted sí. Ellas no pueden pasar para acá. Nosotros no podemos
Okay,
eating a banana.
I was going to just ask you, is he eating a banana?
It's a banana. Yeah.
An open banana.
An open banana. He's got in his hand.
So we're talking about a show called Dr. Candido Perez because I was talking about lesbians who handed out candy on Halloween. Their neighbors was Candido, Randito, and Connie, and you found out that they were named after Dr. Candido Perez, a Mexican comedian who had a television show from 1987 and 1993. It was in Mexico, and he had a lot of, quote, señoras.
Okay.
That's what it said.
So that's his gig. All right.
I guess he got a lot of poonanners.
All
So
right, Doc.
you know.
Yeah.
Look, call me crazy. I don't know. I don't. I had it all in my head, and I think this kind of fucked it up for me. I think that, like, I always thought Candido was such an original name.
No, it totally robbed it.
I always thought, wow.
Named after a famous comedian in Mexico, right? So sorry, they weren't that creative.
Who eats bananas. Yeah. I wanted to get to something that you're excited about. Are you a subscriber to Netflix, by the way?
I am.
You know, I don't do this often, but every once in a while I find it really important to really show you that you have no, I guess, room to talk to me about quality content. Kevin James coming out with a new stand-up special.
Yeah, what is your problem? Because you seem to have one with Kevin James. I don't get it. Don't get what? Kevin James is hilarious. The King of Queens.
No, he's not.
King of Queens went on for 9 seasons.
Yeah.
He then went and had his own show. What was it? Kevin, Can Wait or whatever it might have been. I forget what it was called.
Isn't it Bob Hart's Abishola? Oh, that's the other fat guy.
Right.
Here's the thing. Give me one redeeming thing he's done. He hopped on the Sandler bandwagon after Farley died. He's the fat guy. He did Paul Blart. Arguably his best work and still sucked. He was way out of that girl's league. Leah Remini, Scientologist or not, I don't give a shit.
She left the Scientology. Remember, she tried to expose him.
But wasn't she doing Scientology during that show?
She was.
Okay.
But then she tried to expose him.
He is hilarious.
He is hilarious.
Why? Just like, okay, so if I say, Jeff, tell me why I should watch Kevin James. Why? Just give me what is he's hilarious to me. I could say Dr. Fraser Crane's hilarious, but you tell me he's a suck dry.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he plays into who he is.
Fat.
So right. So I think that kind of that makes it funny. He plays into
so
who he is.
So he's the funny fat guy.
And you know what? What's wrong with being the funny fat guy?
Because you shit on people for being the funny fat guy. That's the easy way out. That's the.
But it works for him, and he does it perfectly.
Okay, let's think of some other funny fats. Louis Anderson. You know that we're fans of Louis. Are you telling me that you respect him, or you didn't think? Because I'll tell you, I don't know how much you watched of Louis. Louis had quite a dramatic range, but he was always the funny fat.
Yeah.
You never respected him on the fucking Feud.
Well, I don't think the Feud was for him.
Okay.
He's a different kind of fat. He's have an 18-year-old boy pour maple syrup all over my body and lick it off kind of fat. Okay, it's different.
So okay. So Kevin James is what kind of fat?
He's a stout fat.
So he's sturdy.
Right.
Whereas Louis Anderson is lather me up and lick my nipples.
Absolutely. Like he rubs it all underneath. And then, he makes you just go in and he'll just pay 18 to 19-year-old boys
to lick
him clean.
What about Melissa McCarthy? I'm trying to think of fats that
let me
contribute.
Tell you, her show, Mike and Molly.
Okay.
It's
how is that any better or worse than King of Queens? It's the same fucking show.
No, King of Queens is 10 times better because, you had Leah Remini. Right, you had Jerry.
She was hot back in the day.
You had Jerry Stiller, who helped make the show.
But again, you take Seinfeld's dad, George Costanza's dad. That's what you needed to save the show.
No,
that's what you needed.
I think you added to it, and he added an element because he's so good.
There aren't many funny fat people. I will say this though. The reason we brought this up, and I have some fantastic audio here, Jeff. We have some snippets of the Kevin James comedy Netflix special. Don't Give Up. First off, what idiot gave him a comedy special?
I bet it was sold out completely. He's a big star, man.
Give me somebody on his level. Give me somebody on his level. Somebody on his level. That star-wise.
He's not Jerry Seinfeld or anything. I think maybe he's the next kind of notch down.
Oh, excuse the fuck out of me. He's a level down from Jerry Seinfeld, and you have the balls to tell me that Kelsey Grammer sucks?
Well, I'm trying to think in my head. It's been a long day.
Chris Farley, it has been a long day. Hopefully a day that will pay off in dividends.
Who to try to compare him to. But I think that whole
Belushi, again, talented. Belushi's talented.
Belushi. Yeah, I think that crew he runs around with is kind of like who he is, right? So he hangs around with like the Chris Rocks. And he hangs around with, Adam Sandler.
Rob, you're comparing him to legends. He's not John Candy. He's not Chris Farley. He's not John Belushi. Right. But so he's okay for what he does.
Is he just naming fats?
I think you're just naming fats.
Okay.
But you can't name legendary fats. I'm thinking of a fat that's alive today. Who is fat? I mean, he's local. Philly Seymour was large, although he wasn't funny. He was a dramatic actor.
Right.
Who is a funny fat? You know what? You might not know him. There's a show called Bob Hart's Abishola. It's an awful sitcom. Billy Gordell.
Who was on Mike and Molly.
Is that Mike and Molly?
Yeah, he was her husband. Yeah, Billy Gordell. You want to talk about an absolute beast of a human.
But he's funny.
I think he lost weight. Yeah, Billy's funny.
Sam, Listen, I understand.
Larry the Cable Guy. That's a good.
Okay.
That right there.
Okay.
That's a good call.
Are you saying level of fame or level of hilarity?
I don't think Larry the Cable Guy is funny whatsoever.
I didn't get him either. I didn't get him either.
You know,
you might be a redneck if, like, how fucking great.
That was Foxworthy.
Didn't they all do the redneck? No, he's no Dangerfield.
No,
I mean, didn't they all do that tour, though?
Yeah, but you might be a redneck if was Foxworthy.
I guess. I mean, listen, here, I have a clip. I'll let you decide. Then we're going to hit a break and wrap this puppy up here. It has been quite the day, but I want you to judge for yourself. I want you to listen and tell Jeff if he has any room to talk to me about Kelsey Grammer or what comedy is. Jeff finds this comedy.
But they're so random. That's the only problem. You could be walking with your luggage for like 2 miles. And then out of nowhere, the airport's like, you know what? Give him a little strip of like 18 feet right there. Just 18 feet? Yeah, just 18 feet is plenty. Just give them a false sense of hope before they walk the additional 42 miles into the parking garage. You ever been on the People Mover and you realize there's somebody walking outside the People Mover at the exact same speed as you? Feel so guilty. You turn around, you feel like you owe the guy an excuse. You know, yeah, I'd be walking with you, man, but I just helped a friend move this morning, and he's carrying like 4 bags of luggage. I'm holding like a Wendy's bag, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not even holding it. I'm resting it on the rail. Just gotta. I can't even lift my fat lunch for 18 feet.
Okay. So, what do you mean it was great? It was all about. It's all about being fat.
It's so relatable. You go to the airport.
Oh, do you rest Wendy's on the People Mover?
Look, you're on. It's the People Mover. That's exactly it. They just give you like a little bit. And we were using it, and I was struggling in the airport.
You have knee problems. I am a diabetic with medical problems. We can use the People Mover. He's using it because he's a big fat ass. If Kelsey Grammer was fat, it'd be funny.
I agree.
I totally disagree.
But if you watch the show, he's in his final years. He's on the back 9 of his life.
The show is not great. I'm not going to lie. I want to shout out to our friends at PCHO. There is a link in this video. You can donate to them. You can go to pcho.org/support, or you can support Daddy and Jeff as we bring local content to you. We have been doing this now over 6 months, and we're going to get another job, and we're going to do great work, and I can't wait to talk about it. We're working real hard on it, but until then, if you want to help keep content local, support us and, keep doing our thing. You know what I mean? But I want to shout out PCHO, and then we're going to wrap this puppy up. And Nick, take it away.
Hey Rizzo and Jeff fans, this is Nick, co-founder of PCHO. If you've ever wondered about how you can help the homeless in our community, go to pcho.org and check us out. Make a small donation or let us know about somebody in your community that's experiencing homelessness. Now enjoy the rest of the Rizzo and Jeff show, brought to you by PCHO, online at pcho.org. PCHO, we want to be part of the change.
Make sure that you check them out. They do a lot of good work, Jeff.
Yeah, amazing work, and as I think this is going to be the last kind of week here where we're going to get some warm weather. I was looking next week, high of like in the 40s. So this is a time of year where an organization like PCHO, which is the best in town at what they do, really helps out the homeless. So anything you could do to help support, go ahead, click on the link that's on there and do that.
Yeah, does sending 80 likes matter at all? Just likes, what that does is it helps bring it to the top of the feed, but it's a Monday. So, videos generally gain steam after we're done. People watch them on their own time. If you want to help us or PCHO out, there's links on there. You could go to Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, search Rizzo and Jeff Show. Or you could, like I said, go to pcho.org, make a donation, cup of coffee, anything would help. I want to wrap up the show. We've talked about, Haloween Candy. We've talked about Bobby. Is it Bobby?
Bobby.
Bobby. We've talked about Kevin James, Frasier update. We've talked about Midge Birchfield and Debbie Magaka. And I wanted to save this last little tidbit here, and I have some, if we have time, some original comedy. But things that are now considered too expensive. Okay? What is too expensive? So if I say to you, Jeff, let's go out and do something. I'm bored.
Yeah.
Let's go get a coffee. You come with me to get a coffee. You don't think that's too expensive, right?
No.
Okay.
Like I want to go to like a haunted house this week. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about doing that. I had a conversation about doing that. Maybe taking a ride to Verholz.
Well, Verholz. You know what? It's interesting you say that. I am actually going to tag Verholz because say what you will, our friends at Verholz will actually get more views and was it Verhulst, right? Verholz. Yep.
No.
This is Verholst. Well, it's the employee page. Send your owner to the show to advertise. We're going to do a terror tour for the terror tour. I'd like to put this together, but the point is,
well, we're at the end of the month now. There's a week to go, man. It's the 23rd of October.
Well, I mean, don't they run the haunted house through like Thanksgiving and shit?
No. It all ends on Halloween.
Oh. Okay. Well, that was a good idea. Anyway, so things that so you're thinking about going to a haunted house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which not cheap, but if it's like a one-time deal, I don't know what it costs. I don't know what Verholz costs.
I'll tell you what. I will look.
You might tell me the price, and I might think twice.
Well, that's kind of what we want to talk about because now apparently there are things that are too expensive. A haunted house. There are things that are too expensive for people. The Verholst Haunted Hayride, which, by the way, we went to an appearance last year. Hundreds of people, hour line, whether you're Mikey, whether you're Upstate Pro Wrestling, whether you're Zweigels or Verholst. Make no mistake about it. We sell things out. People come to see us. We're polarizing. They love us or hate us. We make you money. We are the digital influencers of the year. Let's see how much it is here.
Now,
yes, we had 5,000 people watch our video down Clinton. We might have to do that once a week.
So they only do it on the weekends, which is fine.
I can't imagine that to be
That's
true.
what it said. It said opens Friday. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, probably.
Opening day, September 20th. Our calendar. Here we go. Okay, let's see. You're right.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So let's see how much is Saturday Hayride. Now, wait, October. Dude, I think they go through like November 29th, bro.
No, they don't.
Oh, wait, this is October. Hold on, let's go to November.
You got to hit go.
I got to hit what? Oh, go, sorry. Oh, they're done.
Yeah.
Okay. I call me crazy. This has to be, okay, let's say it's $40. You in?
No.
$40.
No. No, I can't do $40. No. That's too much.
The haunted house that we went to, I can't fucking remember. What was the name of it? It was like, was it Rotten Manor? It was Rotten Manor, wasn't it?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, $40?
There it is. $30. Ooh.
Wait a minute. It's $900 to rent a wagon.
$30 a person. $29 a person to go in. Cash only.
Cash only. Well, wonder what they're doing. $900 for a wagon. No, so that means to go through that house one time it's $900. No fucking way would I do that.
Well, we did.
And they say no credit cards. It slows down the line. No, it should say no credit cards. It slows down my taxes. Is what it should say.
Right. You better believe it. Well, then you'd have to pay a fee, a charge, and stuff like that. So, $29. I mean, it's not brutal.
There was a haunted house, and it was called Rotten Manor. Look it up. Some of you who watch this from Traverse City, Detroit specifically, know about this place. It's in Holly, Michigan. It is the best haunted house in the United States of America. I have never been. Do you remember?
Yes, of course I remember.
I'm not even lying.
Pretty sure I was drunk and high.
I think we were both drunk and high.
Yeah.
But because Jimmy gave me some gummy that just totally knocked me out. But I mean, do you remember that it was like and look, I've been drunk before, I've been high before, you've been drunken before, you've been high before. I feel like it wasn't because I was drunk and high.
No, it was the experience.
Right?
The experience itself was crazy. It was one of the best haunted houses. Period.
Because it was like a house. And by the way, since we were radio stars, we had a morning show. They walked us to the front.
Right.
We went right through. Then there was a field. Then there was like another thing. Then there was like a house. Then there was like it took it like, wasn't it like a fucking hour?
It was like an hour just to get through everything. Where I think this ride itself I think it said it's 35 minutes. And that includes like the corn maze at the end of it.
Verhulst, never been. It's cheaper than your Arby's excursion. Time out. $2 classic roast beefs. Fight me on that. Who's not going in on a classic roast beef? Let me ask you. Going out to eat, classic roast beef, 2 Fozzies. Too expensive for you?
No, I'll fire that up. $10, get 5 of those pups.
$6.99 regular price. Where are you at on that?
No, I'm not paying $7 on a regular price. So, and they often run deals on those. You know, every couple of months. So it makes it totally worth it.
To wrap things up, the Rizzo and Jeff Show, FM Unfiltered. We're back. We're back every day, Monday through Thursday. You can get our podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Spotify, Stitcher, anywhere podcasts are found. You can ask your Alexa or smart device, hey, play Rizzo and Jeff. It'll play. We're wrapping things up with things that are too expensive for people your age, but I'm going to say for Jeff, because here's the thing. Live concerts. Is there anyone that you would pay to go see in concert?
Yeah. I mean, I've never gotten to a Dave Matthews show, so I always wanted to go do that.
$250 a ticket. You going?
I'd have to think about it. I'd really have to think.
$150 a ticket.
Why don't you come down a little more? I'll go 75.
$100 a ticket.
I would do 75 a ticket.
$100 a ticket.
I still might pass.
Okay.
I'm in the lawn.
You're like the baby boomers.
Yeah.
All right. How about this? A theme park. We'll see.
I don't like roller
you don't like
coasters.
rides.
I don't like roller coasters.
You don't like rides.
There's some rides I like, but I just don't. I'm not a roller coaster guy, so no, I'm not going to go over to like Six Flags.
I would pay $400 to go to an amusement park.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
What's that one? There's one in
Lake,
Universal Studios, bro.
Oh, okay.
Is like fucking like $200.
Well, when I worked, when I worked in Tampa, we would get free tickets to Universal Studios, so I never paid.
Yeah, they
to
did
go.
Halloween Horror Nights.
I would always go and do Halloween Horror Nights, and then if I wanted tickets, I would just tell the promotions director, and they'd have them waiting for me when I got there.
I wonder if we ever got to do a major market talk show, if they would do that again. Is that something you think might be offered in a situation like that?
I do. Yes.
It'd be a lot of fun.
Six Flags.
Would you? Oh, all day. All day. Would you go see theater Broadway? Too expensive? Would you spend the Fozzies? Would you not?
Broadway theaters, Broadway ticket. They're not as brutal as you think. It's just everything else.
You're about $1.30 a ticket, Jeff.
It's everything else surrounding New York City or things like
that. The food,
right?
Okay, so if you go to a Broadway show, it's 2 people. You're spending $1.30 on each. So you're $300 in, $260 in on tickets. You got dinner. It's another $200. And you're gonna get drinks. That's $20 a drink.
And you're gonna be you would be in in Times Square. So you're gonna have to you're gonna eat there. You're not gonna travel too far.
Right.
So that's nothing but just a money trap there.
Was it me who was with you, or did I go through? Have you ever been to the TGI Fridays in Times Square where it's like $60 for chicken fingers?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I went one time for TRL. And ate at the TGI Fridays there, and I couldn't believe it. The burger was like $40.
It was like $40, right?
Yeah, way back in the day,
in like 2000. Yeah. All right, last couple of things. Movie theaters. You in on movie theaters? You paying for them?
Yeah, I'll
not
take
bad,
it.
Right.
Right.
Barbie. I'm all in. What I won't do is pay $25 to rent it. comedy shows. This is a good one. Now, there are some people who suck at comedy. I wouldn't pay to go see them, but I think live entertainment,
I'll go in on a comedy show. That's something that I think that I'd be okay with spending money on. Yeah.
So, Jerry Seinfeld. Okay, Jerry Seinfeld,
I feel like
$400.
I feel like
once in a lifetime.
I feel like I've seen enough of Jerry Seinfeld in my life that like it's somebody that I don't need to go see.
Richard Pryor, $500.
Yeah, I'd go see Richard Pryor.
$500?
Yeah, he was funny.
Eddie Murphy in the 80s, $500.
Yes, yeah.
Last one, Sam Kinison. So, yeah.
It was just never, he
was a big coked up guy.
It starts with a conversation, then he ends up screaming.
Yeah, he was a preacher. I paid $500 for Van Morrison and $350 for Third Row Santana. Okay, first off, Van Morrison, he plays for 45 minutes and walks off. What a fucking disgrace. $350 for Carlos Santana. All the dude does is play guitar.
Right.
Okay, come on, dude. You can listen to his CD. He's coming to Syracuse. Wouldn't spend a nickel on that. Okay. I'm going to go last two. Carnivals or state fairs?
Yeah. Because they're not totally brutal.
$20 walk into a carnival.
Right. Yeah.
You're in?
I would do that. Yeah, we just never got to the New York State Fair, but I would have.
Well, we would have.
You know.
Eventually.
Yeah, we were going to go eventually.
Yeah. The final one, and I want to know your limit because I know the answer is going to be yes initially. Sporting events. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Philadelphia Eagles are best team in football, second best team, give or take. Phillies are getting ready to go. Wow, they're losing, right?
5-1, yeah.
Phillies will go to the World Series. What are you going to pay if you had it, right? Money wasn't a problem for you. World Series game, Super Bowl Eagles. Like to go.
Well, I wouldn't be able to afford the Super Bowl, so let's just forget that.
Let's just say, guess what? We're actually talented. Let's say that, we go and we find a place that actually realizes what we can bring, and then, in 10 years, we could throw 10 G's and go to a fucking Super Bowl. Okay. The Eagles are there. Would you go? Would you pay? You have the money. Would you?
If I had the money, I'd still think about it. I really would.
Would you really?
It's still a lot of money, and.
At some point you
want to retire.
But you're telling me if $10,000 to you was like $10.
Okay, yeah, then I'd spend it.
World Series.
I would probably do. World Series would be fun. I think that would be electric too. I think.
Would you spend $1,000?
I think what would make the World Series more fun.
Okay.
Is that it's all the fans there. Are the fans of, right? So the Super Bowl, half the stadium is nothing but advertisers and, things of that nature.
Well, it's that. It is, I'll tell you, we were going to go to the Super Bowl. We were offered a ticket when the Eagles won. We would have had to be there with fat people like Stoney. People who are fake fans, people who are wealthy. Like, I wish the Super Bowl was like a game where it was like a lottery and you could just buy tickets.
Right.
Like, but I don't know. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. So, all right, as we wrap up, I figured I'd save for you. Because, and again, we do this every single solitary day, Monday through Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel. We were a little late today.
Right, they got an hour one here.
An original comedy.
No, I said you said we were late. I said, man.
Oh, well, that's true. They got a whole hour. They got a whole hour. So I'm going to leave it up to you. Know what? No,
stop leaving stuff up to
me. You're right.
Okay, be a decision maker.
All right, I'm a decision maker. Jeff, we all know that Amazon is thinking about delivering prescription drugs. For your knees, for your hearts. So we were all thinking about what would Amazon use as a jingle for their prescription drug services. And I said to myself, boy, oh boy, I came up with the best jingle. All right, so think about it. Amazon, we deliver boxes, but now we deliver pills, okay?
Can't you see them fall? drugs. Drug delivery, drug delivery. Don't have to drive to pick her up, 'cause I feel hazy. It's a nice day for a drug delivery. And I'm running down a drone that flew right past my home. Racing all over the streets.
Come on.
Wondering where my drugs could be.
Where could they be?
Running down a drone.
Wrap it up, man.
Well, it looks like, in looking at this, that you're actually just playing that for yourself there.
Am I the only one?
Yeah.
All right, we'll try it again tomorrow. We'll see everybody. Don't forget 6:30. Peace out.